Texas rivals meet tonight in Huntsville. It's Sam Houston State hosting the HBU Huskies Southland Conference Volleyball on ESPN. Welcome inside Johnson Coliseum. My name is Matt Peterson. A good one in store tonight. Sam Houston State has won 4 in a row after a sweep in Louisiana last week. Meanwhile, HBU, 3 straight 5-set matches. They've won 2 of them. We look at the Southland Conference standings. Sam Houston State off to a very good start for the second straight year. They're 6-1 on the season. HBU comes in at 3-4. Now our HEB No Player Does More impact players, beginning with HBU sophomore outside hitter Michaela Vivens. Coach Trent Herman calls Vivens his spark plug. He said we couldn't find a spot for her the last 2 years. She has been awesome on a young HBU team. Meanwhile, for Sam Houston State, it's freshman Brianne Chaussee, the outside hitter, has been very consistent. Coach Brenda Gray says she's been a fireball with positive energy. Second on the team in kills, a nice compliment to Tiffany Cunningham. Trent Herman in his 7th season as the HBU head coach emphasizes defense, hard work, last week at home, so a common rival. HBU in blue, Sam Houston State in white. And HBU will get things started with the first serve. CeCe Collins, a freshman from Phoenix. Cunningham right off the first set, and a big block from HBU. Megan Patillo was right there. Sophomore middle blocker. Her head coach says she has bided her time and was going to relish this opportunity to go against Cunningham. Too strong from Gooch. And 2-0 for HBU. Well, Cunningham is a Conference Player of the Year contender, and a big statement from HBU early on, the early block. Back set, here comes Chaussee, and a point for Sam Houston State. You'll see that throughout the night. Cammie Copeland, defensive specialist, diving to her right. Chaussee coming into her own as a freshman, our HEB featured player before the match tonight. O'Brien with the back set. A tip from Cunningham. And a block for the Bearkats. Cunningham with a block assist from Caroline Chief, and we're tied at 2. Madison Wallace, excellent server with a jump serve. Gooch blocked again. And a good swing from Sheaf. Speaking with Coach Gray before the match tonight, she said, we've constantly rotated our starting lineups, seemingly every game, more lineups than she's ever used in her 30-plus years as head coach. Well, the starting lineup tonight is the same lineup that began the last set at UNO in Sam Houston's last victory on Saturday. 4 straight points for the Bearcats. And a first kill for Michaela Vivens, sophomore outside hitter. Vivens, 5th in the Southland Conference, 3.4 kills per set. Here's Megan Patillo. Big swing from Sheaf. And a point for the Bearcats. Vivens struck the nets with this swing. Or right off the antenna. Back set from O'Brien, nice little tip. And a point for Kayla Davenport. Well, 2 of the best setters in the conference. Ward for Sam Houston State, O'Brien for HBU. O'Brien goes to serve. 2nd in the Southland Conference, 9.4 assists per set. Left-handed jump serve. Big swing from Cunningham, again blocked by HBU. Tip from Sheaf, well defended by HBU. Here's Cunningham, another tip. Well defensed by the Huskies. Sheaf with the hammer. 6-4 Sam Houston State. Bearcats play it slow, and it works out. Caroline Sheaf, sophomore from Willis, Texas, just down the road from Huntsville. A back and forth first set. Cunningham plays all 6 rotations. Back set from O'Brien, big swing, and Bearcats keep it alive. Sheaf getting a lot of swings in this first set. Cunningham covers the back corner. Sheaf again. Good hustle from the Huskies to keep it alive. Deep back set. The slide play is on, and a tool for a point for Sam Houston State. Elise Smith, the freshman from Napoleonville, Louisiana, her first extended minutes over the weekend. She came up with the best game of her freshman season, 8 kills on only 17 swings Saturday at UNO. An error from Vivens. And it's 8-4 Sam Houston State. They've won 8 of the last 10 points after a 2-0 start for HBU. Jump serve Cunningham. A double on the set from O'Brien. And a timeout for HBU. 9-4 Sam Houston State. A good start for the Bearcats, who have won 4 in a row.
Hey, thanks again for having me over for dinner.
Of course. These HEB meal simple entrees make hosting dinner easy, and they're delicious.
I'll tell you, since you cooked, how about I clean?
You sure? They only took a couple minutes to make.
I insist.
All right, if you say so. Here you go.
I didn't mean the whole house.
Thank you.
HEB Meal Simple. Over 200 choices of chef-inspired entrees ready in minutes.
Well, Scott.
Yeah?
The lawnmower is in the garage.
Yeah, okay. I'll get on it.
The HBU Huskies, under head coach Trent Herman, in his 7th season at the helm, 21 years overall as a collegiate head coach. Bearcats trail 2-0 to start. They now lead 9-4 after a 4-0 scoring run. Senior Cunningham with the serve. Sheaf. Big swing from Vivens, well defensed by Sam Houston State. Cunningham from the back row. She's doing everything to keep it alive here in the first set. Sheaf again with the tool. It's 10-4, Sam Houston State. Third kill for Sheaf here in the first set. Vivens with the pass. O'Brien back to Vivens. Big swing. The Bearcats do enough. O'Brien with the set. Vivens goes angle. Too far. Well, Vivens is the #1 swinger for HBU. 5th in the Southland Conference. 3.4 kills per set, but a slow start. 1 kill and 4 errors for the sophomore from San Antonio. Big swing. You saw Cunningham try with the foot. That was Ashton Ritchie, sophomore from Prosper, Texas, a transfer from SMU. Catherine Drapella steps out. CC Collins departs for HBU. Michaela Vivens. Jump serve. A dump from Jacqueline Ward. Sheaf right into the block, and it works out for HBU. Ritchie with Davenport. Second block of the first set for the Huskies. Big jump serve from Vivens. Back set, slide play, and off the tip, it's a point for the Bearcats. That is the freshman Elise Smith, Assumption High School and Napoleonville, Louisiana. Breakout game on Saturday in New Orleans. Soft serve from Sheaf. Traylor does enough, and then a big overhand swing from Ritchie. Great defense from Sam Houston in the first set. Up from Cunningham, Traylor helps it on, and just a touch from Elise Smith. Side out for HBU. She got a hand on it, but could not keep it in. Here's the libero, Hannah Lewis. Very good serve, Cunningham with the up. Slide play. Vivens heavy pass. Elise Smith right into the net. 2 straight points for HBU. A few numbers to think about with these two teams. The Bearcats lead the Southland Conference in opponents hitting percentage. Just 148 for Sam Houston's opposing hitters this year. Good first pass, Cunningham. Chaussee off the block. Another tooled kill for Sam Houston State. You see some instructions from the HBU bench. The assistant coaches saying to set straight ahead, not set off to the side. Ward with the serve. Vivens up. Not much off the swing of Patillo, but effective to get over the block. Ritchie checks out. Cami Copeland into serve, a junior out of Longview, Texas, transfer from Panola Junior College. Poor pass from Wallace. Cunningham keeps it alive. Very tough angle for Chaussee. And the Bearcats can't handle the serve. It's another number worth noting. Sam Houston State #1 in opponent service aces, less than 1 per set. Chaussee off the net. Another point HBU. So Sam Houston State, very good defending the serve. HBU #1 in the Southland service aces, 1.7%. Poor pass from Cunningham, and you see the HBU serve. My conversation with Trent Herman before the match as timeout is called. Coach Herman said we have really emphasized our serving this year. They've even brought out radar guns to try to emphasize the importance of pace and aggression. A very different team, HBU. Last year, mostly seniors, 3 senior all-conference players, 2 outside hitters, and a middle. Now, 10 freshmen and sophomores on his team. But he said the 5 upperclassmen have bought in to help develop the young players. Likes to play a quick offense when they can. Lower sets, quick tempo. But he is a defensive-minded coach. Defense first. Hustle is paramount. He said in practice, if a ball lands on the defensive side of the court uncontested without a dive, that side of the court will do sprints on their own for a moment or two before resuming. He said when he started the program 7 years ago, he had to emphasize hard work and grit, and that's just stayed with the program over his 7 seasons. 4-0 run for HBU to make it a 1-point game here in the first set. Copeland with the serve. Off the net, kept alive by Wallace. Chaussee angled, excellent up from Copeland. They go back to Chaussee. Copeland again. Off the shoulder of Wallace, and we're tied at 13. Trapella with the kill, but Copeland the star at that point. It began with the serve, and she had 2 excellent digs. Coach says she talks a lot on the court. Dangerous serve there. Tip from Gooch is outside. 14-13 HBU, I beg your pardon. It's the Huskies' first lead since 2-0. And good read down the line from O'Brien. She was telling Copeland it was out. Another jump serve. Cunningham with the first pass. Here's Chaussee with the hammer. Nothing for Lewis to do on that sideline. Addison Miller into serve. Chaussee, her 3rd kill of this first set. Vivens with the pass. O'Brien back set, slide play is on. HBU asks for a touch, it did not happen. 15-14, Sam Houston State. Passing error, but a good joust. Won by O'Brien against Cunningham. Chaussee with another big swing. Back to Cunningham. Up again from O'Brien. Good rally here in the first set. And an error from Ward on a very difficult play near the antenna. See the versatility from Addie O'Brien on that point. Picked up her 2nd career triple-double against Abilene Christian last week. She has 2 of HBU's 3 triple-doubles in the program's history, and the only in the Southland Conference for any team this season. Big swing from Chaussee. She leads everybody with 4 kills here in the first. She went angled. HBU protected the line. They play quick, and it works out for HBU. That's the kind of offense that Coach Trent Hertman wants to run with his Huskies. Another tie here in the first set, 16-16. Megan Patillo. Sheaf. And the Bearkats back in front. Her 4th kill and 11 total swings. Ashley Traylor comes in. She has dealt with a shoulder issue most of her Sam Houston State career. Amanda Gooch departs. Soft serve. O'Brien, the long set for Vivens. And that time O'Brien tried to swing. I think there was an extra player in front of the 10-foot line. Well, Bearcats with a 2-point lead here in the first. Traylor getting some instructions from Coach Gray. She serves right to the 10-foot line. Slide play and a tool for HBU. Kayla Davenport, one of the 5 upperclassmen, a senior out of Columbus, Texas. See her efficiency there. She's 10th in the conference in hitting percentage. O'Brien to southpaw serve. Vivens, well up from Traylor. Cunningham tries the push. A little dump and a pancake from O'Brien. Good rally here between Sam Houston State and HBU. It was just out on the far side, the angled swing from the middle blocker, Ashton Ritchie. Addison Miller departs for Sam Houston State. Cunningham to serve. It was Davenport with the error on the last swing for HBU. Knuckling serve up from Vivens. Vivens from O'Brien. And they'll call a double on that up on the backside from Cunningham. A neck and neck first set between these two rivals. 19-18 with Michaela Vivens serving. Sheaf off the block and another point for the Bearcats. I'd say more than half of their kills in this first set have come off an HBU block. Caroline Sheaf serves at 20-18. Back set, a touch from Elise Smith, and the Bearcats stretch their lead to 21-18. Elise Smith didn't play much. She had a meniscus surgery right before training camp began and missed the first 8 weeks of the season, but Coach Brenda Gray says she's feeling much better. You see the long back set from Ward. And not the strongest hit from Smith, but effective. So after a torn meniscus, a nice mid-season addition for Coach Gray in her 35th season. Smith, a freshman from Louisiana, and coincidentally her best game of her freshman season back in her home state. 8 kills on 17 swings, plus 5 block assists Saturday against UNO. Now, Coach Gray says she takes it one game at a time. I asked her about the 4-game win streak. She downplays the Sam Houston State success. She had a similar posture last year when they started out 7-0 in conference play. I guess after 35 years at the helm, easy to say even-keeled in good times and bad. So far, 41 attacks for Sam Houston State. They're hitting 122. 38 attacks for HBU. They're hitting 0-0-0. 19 digs for Sam Houston State, 18 for HBU. 2 service aces for the Huskies. Caroline Sheaf will serve at 21-18. O'Brien with the set. Well swung that time. Catherine Drapella, the freshman from Richmond, Texas, and Lamar Consolidated High School. Ward with the slide play, and the hammer drop by Elise Smith. Can't imagine that, going into your freshman season, excited to play college volleyball, and meniscus tear right before training camp. But she's recovered in time to contribute to the 6-1 Bearcats team. Ward serves at 22-19. Miscommunication there between Vivens and Drapella. Both went for the pass, and then Drapella tried the long set. Bearcats 2 points away from a first set win. Ward to Elise Smith, well up from O'Brien. Back row attack from Vivens. Joust at the net, pushed aside. A touch that time from Chaussee. Vivens from the back row again. How about that up from Wallace? Great hustle from the libero. Nice up Ward. Chaussee tries the deep dump, and she gets it. 24-19 Bearcats after maybe our longest rally of the first. Ward serving again. We'll see if they target Drapella with another serve. Go central for Vivens. Heavy swing, but a point for the Bearcats. It came off the block. Energy from Copeland as she enters for Ritchie. The junior serving down 4. Chaussee goes angle, and she brings the Bearcats to a first set victory. Chaussee 6 kills in the set. The Bearcats take set number 1, 25-20. Welcome back. Matt Peterson with you as we start set 2 in Huntsville. Sam Houston State, winners of 4 in a row in conference play, wins the first set 25-20. A few numbers to share. Sam Houston State hit 170, 17 kills, 7 errors, 47 total attacks. HBU 10 kills, 9 errors, hit only 0-22. Sam Houston State side out percentage 61%. HBU side out percentage 41%. We thought it might come down to defense and serving, and after the first set, the Bearcats better in both categories, although HBU did have 2 service aces, none for Sam Houston State. Digs were close, 24-21 in favor of the Bearcats. Addison Miller begins set 2. Heavy swing from Patillo. 1-0 HBU. Coach Trent Herman says she's very intense, a huge blocker, aggressive at the net, brings intensity and heart to the court. We saw it there on the first swing of set 2. Chaussee right down the line, 1-1, and a smile as she jogs off. Well, Chaussee ended set number 1. How about this hammer? Right down the line, right through a double block. Defensive player was there for HBU Patillo, but no stopping that. Slide play from HBU. Sheaf, excellent dig from the back row of HBU. That was Collins. And a good read from HBU. The angled swing goes long. They watch it out. Maddie O'Brien to serve. Second career triple-double in a loss at ACU last Tuesday. Soft serve up from Cunningham. Vivens. Gooch up from Cunningham, or up from O'Brien, I should say. Vivens with another swing. Cunningham. Blocked again. She cannot get past the block of HBU here in the first 2 sets. That was Davenport. And Vivens. O'Brien last week, 59 assists, 10 kills, 18 digs for her second career triple-double. Big swing from Vivens. Well up, Wallace. Sheaf. And the Bearcats with the point. It's 3-2. Trailer checks in. Gooch departs for Brenda Gray and the Bearcats. Vivens with the pass. O'Brien back for Vivens. Free ball from the Bearcats. O'Brien to Vivens. Cunningham off the block. And her first kill. Very rare for her to wait this long into a game for her first kill. It shows you how well they've defended her. Cunningham, number 1 in the Southland Conference, 4 kills per set, but none in the first. Angled swing, well up from Wallace. Sheaf down the line. And the Bearcats have their first lead here of set 2. Cunningham's been even better in Southland Conference play. Over 5 kills per set in Southland games. O'Brien back set, slide play is on, and a tool for HBU. Kayla Davenport, her 4th kill. Michaela Vivens leads the Southland Conference, 16 double-doubles this season. Another jump serve, excellent up from Trailer. Long set. And a big swing from Ritchie. Much better hitting from HBU here in the second set. Vivens, jump serve. Outside. And it's Sheaf, 5-5. We just saw Vivens serving. We mentioned the difficult loss for HBU at ACU last Tuesday where Maddie O'Brien had a triple-double. Vivens had a big 20-20 night, the first of her career. O'Brien plays quick, and it works out for the Huskies. Davenport, the senior, from the senior setter Maddie O'Brien. Had 20-20 game for Vivens. She tied a career high with 24 kills, also had 24 digs, a new career high for Vivens. Big swing from Sheaf. Vivens cannot keep it up. Typically it's Cunningham far and away carrying the scoring load, but Sheaf 9 kills, Chaussee 7. Cunningham only 1 so far. Heavy swing from Ritchie. The SMU transfer up to 4 kills. Coach Trent Herman says Ritchie has a cannon right arm. Our big right side hitter, very intense. Has the hammer. Good decision from the Bearcats. You see the face of Cunningham after. She told Wallace it was out just beyond the far line. Jacqueline Ward now, another tie at 7-7 after the Bearcats took the first set 25-20. Knuckling serve. Well up from Cunningham. A dump from Gooch. Chaussee from the 10-foot line, off the block. HBU doing very well at the net this evening. 4 blocks so far. Now it's Ashley Lewis checking in. A big game here in Huntsville against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Did not play at New Orleans. Coach Gray continues to work through the matchups to find her best starting lineup. Eight to 8. Coach Gray said she's never used this many lineups in her 35 years as head coach in Huntsville. There's Addison Miller. O'Brien for Vivens. Too long from Vivens, and the Bearcats take a 9-8 lead. 5th error of the night for Vivens. She and Cunningham, the best 2 attackers, neither having their best night here in the early going. Chaussee right into the block again. O'Brien for Vivens, blocked! Cunningham and Chaussee. Second block for Sam Houston State. She looked to be pretty far from the net when she swung. 10-8 Sam Houston State. Vivens blocked again. A dump from O'Brien. Excellent dig in the back row. Another block from Sam Houston State. This one a solo block from Brianne Chaussee. Coach Gray calls her a fireball with positive energy. Her defense keeps getting better and better this season. 11-8 Bearcats in the second set. A 4-0 scoring run for Sam Houston State. They're in front 11-8 here in the second. Addison Miller with the jump serve. Vivens. That time a little more gusto off the block. A frustrating start for her, but she picks up her third kill. Megan Patillo serves. Cunningham. High first pass. Good communication from the Huskies. Vivens able to swing away on the third pass. Just a touch from Chasse. Good hustle from the Huskies to keep it alive. Vivens over the net. Cunningham! You cannot defend that. Perfect offense from the Bearcats. So the two best attackers in this game, Vivens, now Cunningham, both rounding into form after slow starts. Jump serve Wallace. O'Brien, slide play. Caroline Sheaf has been in and out of the starting lineup throughout this season. But she just picked up her 10th kill tonight, a game high. Lewis, right through the block. Lewis did not start tonight, 2 kills off the bench. Bearcats now hitting over 200. HBU hitting 056. Angled serve from Wallace. Vivens, another big swing. And then too long from the middle of the net, but it came off of the block. It's a point for HBU. Here's O'Brien to serve. Senior out of Cleveland, Texas, and Tarkington High School. A very good senior season. Touch from Sheaf, and effective. Bearcats with a 5-point lead in the second. Sophomore Ashley Lewis will serve. O'Brien for Vivens. Dump from Ward. Another slide play. Too long. Now Ritchie trying to find some rhythm on that right side. Ritchie led HBU 15 kills in the 5-set win at Texas A&M Corpus Christi on Thursday. Lewis with the serve. Ritchie, too long. A point for the Huskies, a net infraction against Sam Houston State. And Brenda Gray asking for some clarification on that call. It's been a very unique 3-city road trip for HBU. I went to Abilene Christian to start it, then they came home. Then down to Corpus Christi last week, and now in Huntsville. Now all 3 corners of the Lone Star State for HBU over the last 3 games. Abilene, Corpus Christi, and now Huntsville. Cunningham plays all 6 rotations. Here she'll serve at 17-11. Off the antenna, another point for the Bearcats. HBU continues to struggle with its hitting. And a timeout for Trent Herman and HBU. A Bearcats, their lone defeat in conference play against UIW. But it's going to get difficult coming up. A road-heavy back portion of the schedule for Brenda Gray in her 35th season. Saw her assistant coaches, Taylor Gray, her daughter, a volunteer assistant, former Bearkat setter, and Charlie Olson, the other assistant coach, giving instructions to this Bearkat team. Second straight home game, they've played a inexperienced opponent. Texas A&M Corpus Christi with 8 freshmen when they came here for a 5-set thriller last week. And for HBU with 10 underclassmen, 5 upperclassmen, including 3 stars who graduated last season. It's been an up and down year for Trent Herman, but he sees positive improvement from his team. They've won 2 out of 3. Each of HBU's last 3 games have gone 5 sets. An ace from Cunningham, a decision at the back row from Lewis to let it go. She thought it was out, it was in. Coach Herman says she's the best defensive player on the team. Really stabilizes the passing game. She has sat behind others the last couple of years. Big swing from Ritchie. That's how they draw it up. They've struggled on that right side, swinging around the right antenna. But Ritchie, with that hammer right hand, pulls HBU within 7. Sheaf off the block. Vivens from the back row. A dump from Jacqueline Ward. And a point for the Bearcats. Awkward swing that time, close to the antenna from Catherine Drapella. Sheaf leads everybody with 12 kills, only 1 error tonight. She's hitting .478. A block from the Bearcats is setter Jacqueline Ward, combining with Elise Smith. Bearcats and HBU now even, 4 blocks apiece. Long first pass. HBU scrambling, excellent hustle. You see Hannah Lewis, her work rate, but the Bearcats win the point anyway. Excellent dump from Jacqueline Ward, her first kill this evening. O'Brien plays fast, right down the middle. Swing from Chaussee. Nice little roll shot that time from Ashton Ritchie off the O'Brien set. Ritchie leads HBU 7 kills tonight. One of the stories, Michaela Vivens, only 3 kills this evening. Enter number 5 in the Southland, 3.4 kills per set. Chaussee. O'Brien had to go past a teammate. And Patillo, using the fist, puts it out. 23-13 Sam Houston State. Jacqueline Ward will serve. Coach Gray says she's better in the 5-1 system. She's at her best when she stays active as the lone setter on the court rather than a 6-2 system. There's O'Brien rising at the net, trying to take matters into her own hands. First kill of the night for the senior setter. O'Brien second in the Southland Conference, 11 double-doubles this year. Only her teammate, Michaela Vivens, has more. Chaussee through the block. Her 8th kill. Bearcats very efficient tonight. As Miller comes in to serve. Bearcats hitting .237. 29 kills, only 10 attacking errors. Good first pass, O'Brien. HBU plays quickly, great defense as Miller has the dig. O'Brien for Vivens. Awkward swing on the angle, but it works right at the 10-foot line. Sounded like it came off the side of the hand of Michaela Vivens, just her 4th kill. McKenna Davis in to serve. She replaces Patillo. Chaussee blocked. Kayla Davenport, Michaela Vivens combining for the 5th block tonight for HBU. HBU trying to make a late stand. Set point for Sam Houston State. Lewis with an angled swing, and the Bearcats have taken the first 2 sets at home. 25-20 in the first, 25-16 in the second. Bearcats looking for their 5th straight win in conference play as we reach intermission.
Whether we're ready for it or not, life happens. Sometimes it knocks us down. Sometimes it takes the legs right out from under us. And sometimes it tosses us a curveball. So for whatever life throws at you, you need to have a plan. When a major illness or injury happens, it's important to trust the region's proven leader in emergency care. CHI St. Luke's Health. Make your emergency plan today at planforit.org.
Success does not come easy. Winning championships takes hard work on the field of play and in the classroom by our student athletes.
Thank you for blessing me with this opportunity and your support so that our future Bearcats can continue our winning tradition.
Play your part in building champions and become a Bearcat champion today.
I've been an HEB truck driver for over 40 years and driven more than 3 million miles. I've seen a lot of wide open spaces and beautiful Texas places. It's the best job ever. All 700 of our friendly truck drivers are committed to getting fresh products to the store every single day. In fact, HEB drivers make more than 12,000 deliveries every week because Texas families need us, so we always deliver. This is the Delivered Fresh department at HEB. No store does more than my HEB.
Sam Houston State every game, more lineups than she's ever used in her. Get to our highlights of these first 2 sets. 25-20 Bearcats. Back set from O'Brien. Knight. Sheaf with the hammer. Alive. Deep back set. The slide. Volleyball is such a game of momentum. Early leads in the first 2 sets for HBU, but they couldn't grab the set and take control as the Bearcats found runs early in each after falling behind 2-0. Even distribution from Sam Houston State. 12 kills for Caroline Sheaf, only 1 error, hitting .478. And Brianne Chaussee, 8 kills. Something that Coach Gray has talked about, trying to find somebody besides Cunningham to help carry the scoring load. Cunningham has been a Conference Player of the Year nominee, probably the favorite at this point in the Southland Conference, but it's hard for her to carry the load every game. Tonight, a relatively quiet night, just 2 kills, 2 errors, and 14 total attacks, hitting exactly 0. But teammates Chaussee and Sheaf, freshmen and sophomores respectively, picking up the slack. Meanwhile, for HBU, it's been a tough night hitting. They had 0-22 in the first set, 0-95 in the second. And Kayla Davenport leads the club with 5 kills. Michaela Vivens, their best attacker typically, only 4 kills, 7 errors on 35 total attacks. Vivens hitting 0-86. We look now at the upcoming schedule, and it's presented by CHI St. Luke's Health Emergency. The Bearcats home on Thursday. That game broadcast on ESPN 3. Then home to Northwestern State. 2-city road trip. Texas A&M, Corpus Christi. And then a rematch with HBU on the 27th. Sam Houston State will host UNO at the end of the month. That game broadcast on ESPN+. We'll see what HBU has up its sleeves after the intermission. A team that has gone to 5 sets in each of its last 3 matches, winning 2. Against Sam Houston State, which has made short order of most of its recent opponents. A sweep at Nichols, a 4-set victory at UNO last week as they swept the Louisiana schools. Winners of 4 straight in conference play and looking to start 7-1 overall in the Southland with the win tonight. Michaela Vivens will serve. Chaussee blocked. Another block for HBU. They've done that seemingly on every start to the set. Kat Drapella combining with Morgan DeWire, a player we're seeing for the first time here in the third. Heavy serve from Vivens, the sophomore. And the Bearcats respond with their own block. Ashley Lewis with Elise Smith combining for the block. Addison Miller will serve for the Cats. What a swing from Ritchie. It was a good second pass from O'Brien, who had to dig from around the Bearcat logo, but put it in a position for Ritchie to drop the hammer. 2-1 Huskies. Very good serve, another ace. 3 on the night for HBU. They are #1 in the Southland Conference. Service aces. 1.7 per set. The Bearcats coincidentally #1, denying those service aces from their opponents. Chaussee angled swing, dug by O'Brien. Chaussee again, blocked by the Huskies. Lewis with a tip, and nearly a pancake from O'Brien. She could not get there. Good recognition from Ashley Lewis. A double block attempted and a touch just in front of the outstretched hand of O'Brien. Long serve from Wallace. She is #1 in the Southland, nearly 0.5 service aces per set, but an error there. Wallace in the top 5 in 3 categories. Digs per set in both conference and overall, and #1 in the conference service aces. A double from Ward on her pass there, or she hit the nets. But a point nonetheless for HBU. They're at 5-2, and can they take control of this third set? They've yet to get really a big lead after the back and forth first set, won 25-20 by the Cats. Sheaf. And she went under the net and over the line. Good effort nonetheless from Kat Trapella. 5-3 HBU with Lewis to serve. Heavy first pass at Joust and won by Cunningham. Something that Coach Trent Herman emphasizes: defense, passing. And the passing just has let down the Huskies tonight. Cunningham. Long pass from O'Brien. And a point for HBU. Kat Drapella, the freshman. Her third kill. And she goes to the bench. Cece Collins, another freshman, in to serve. Coach Herman says Collins plays harder than any defensive specialist she's ever coached in 21 years. Good second effort from O'Brien to keep it alive. It's a Bearkat point. Herman said Collins will go for the ball anywhere on the court. Doesn't care how it looks when she does it. Addison Miller departs. Here is Cunningham to serve. 6-5 HBU in the third. Good serve, an ace for Cunningham. Second service ace this evening for the Cats. Too long off the hand of Patillo. It's been that kind of night hitting-wise for HBU. Almost like she was there too early and the set came after. Tight pass from O'Brien. Vivens couldn't recover. Sloppy game from HBU. The Bearcats taking advantage at home. A 4-0 scoring run as the Bearcats up a point. 5-0 run, up 2 points, excuse me. Heavy swing from Vivens. She goes off the block to stop that 5-0 scoring run. Patillo departs. McKenna Davis enters for the serve. Trailer up. Sheaf went line and could not find the court. Tied at 8 once again. Too long from Davis. Now Caroline Sheaf will serve. Coach Gray said she had the match of her life against UNO. 15 kills on only 27 swings. Said UNO is very powerful, very athletic, but they could not stop her. She had very good reach the other night in New Orleans. Side out for the Huskies. You can see the emotion from Copeland as she departs, trying to fire up her teammates. O'Brien to serve. Coach Herman says she is the floor leader, knows how to run the offense. Another point for Smith and the catch. She goes off the block. Jacqueline Ward to serve. A block for the Cats. Brianne Chaussee and Elise Smith combining. 6 blocks for Sam Houston State. And by the way, Caroline Sheaf has matched a career high with 12 kills tonight. O'Brien. Nice roll shot. Michaela Vivens. Rolled it right into a perfect spot just in front of the 10-foot line. She's up to 6 kills. 11-10 Cats in the third. Lewis. O'Brien gives her teammates a chance near the net. Back set, Chassé. Well done, an angled swing. O'Brien did her best but could not keep it up. Addison Miller into serve. She replaces Smith. 12-10 Cats. Vivens, O'Brien, and a hammer drop by Ritchie. She leads the Huskies tonight. 9 kills, only 3 errors. Hitting .353 tonight. Here's Hannah Lewis, junior out of Plano West High School. Service error. Well, frustrating for HBU. Having a hard time getting side outs against Sam Houston State tonight, but have not been able to sustain a very long run. 3 or 4 points max for their longest run tonight. Too long from Ritchie. Bearcats stretch their lead to 3 points. And another timeout for HBU. Bearcats looking for the sweep. HBU trying to fight for a 4th set in Huntsville. Let's take a look at the schedule for HBU, brought to you by CHI St. Luke's Health Emergency. A big homestand coming up. 4 straight at home, McNeese, Lamar, ACU, and then the Bearcats for a road trip to Northwestern State. So a chance to push above 500 at home, but if they lose tonight, they'll be 3-5. But an up and down season for HBU. Their head coach Trent Herman as they replace 3 graduated stars, all all-conference players from a year ago. Wallace with the serve. And a tooled point for HBU. Big swing from Kat Drapella. 2nd straight career high, her last game when she had 14 kills at Corpus Christi. And she's been here to replace Kelly Colwell, the #2 outside hitter for HBU, who had a stress fracture in her foot earlier this season. Swing from Sheaf, and she's blocked, so HBU fighting back here in the third. Oh, Drapella, a freshman, playing more than expected after the injury to Colwell. Well, adversity this season for HBU, the 3 graduated stars plus Colwell's injury. Lewis, well up from the opposite Lewis, Hannah of HBU. Ashley Lewis, another swing. Good defense here from HBU in the middle of the third. Off the block, nobody can get there for the Bearcats. A point for HBU, and we're tied at 14. Megan Patillo growing into the game. That's her 4th kill. It's a 3-0 scoring run for HBU, but then a service error from Cammie Copeland. 4 service errors for HBU. Errant pass from the back row of HBU. There's Cunningham. Off the block at a point for Sam Houston State. It's probably been the most quiet game of the season for Cunningham. She's had a double-double in all but one conference game, but that's just her 5th kill. Still, her team is in control, up 2 sets to none and leading 16-14 in the third. Up from Lewis. Ward for Sheaf. And a point for the Bearcats. It's a new career high, 13 kills for Caroline Sheaf. And an ace from Ashley Miller. Beautiful serve. Hannah Lewis and the Bearcats with their own 4-0 run after HBU had 4 straight points of their own. I'm jumped the gun a little bit. Sheaf up to 13 kills. She's 2 shy of her career high. 15 kills over the weekend at New Orleans, so she is 2 away. Very good conversation before the game with Trent Herman, 7th year at HBU, 21st overall. They had their second 20-win season under his tutelage last season. And their best showing in the Southland, 11-5 in conference play last year. Really emphasizing aggressive serving from his team. Excellent serve receive, and they'll always hustle on defense. His team is quick. They like to play quick on offense. And the longer the rallies go, he likes his team's chances. Quick, athletic players on the defensive side of the net. 18-14, Sam Houston State. Another ace, 2 in a row from Lewis. The Bearcats playing the best serving team in the conference, and they now have more service aces, 4-3. And there's a service error. CC Collins is in. Kat Drapella checks out for HBU. 19-15 Cats in the third. Ward. And that's just beyond the end line. They're saying it was tipped. Bearcats thought for sure it came off the block. Referees talk it over. Just the 4th error in 29 total attacks for Sheaf. She's hitting .310 to go with her 13 kills tonight. And a tooled kill for Sheaf. She's 1 shy of that career high set over the weekend in New Orleans. You can see the Bearcats offense. They're not even really going to Cunningham like they typically do. She's the far and away the star senior, but she's had 18 total attacks tonight. Sheaf's had 30, Chaussee 24. HBU not on the same page on that play. Vivens blocked. And the Bearcats in control now at 21-16. They're 4 points away from a 3-set sweep. Cunningham. Vivens. Cunningham from the back row. Now an attack is too long. Cunningham, even on an off night, has been efficient. That was only her third error of the evening. In 19 total attacks, hitting 105. McKenna Davis into serve once again. From down the road, Richmond, Texas. Sheaf. Vivens. Nice roll shot just past the 10-foot line. Her 7th kill. Bearcats as a team hitting over 200. HBU right around 070. Slide play, another block from the Huskies. Michaela Vivens and Kayla Davenport combining. HBU within 2 points. A 3-0 scoring run for Trent Herman's Huskies. Coach Herman says typically we have a big block in our middle and we have to defend the back line well. There's the slide play and the block. Excellent timing from Davenport and Vivens. I would say the story of this game, though, is that the Bearcats have been creative and effective in their offense, and credit to that should go to Jacqueline Ward, the senior setter out of Spring, Texas. Everyone in the league knows about Taylor Cunningham. At times, the Bearcats can be too dependent upon her. She's sort of a one-woman offense, but tonight, only 19 total attacks, third most on the team. Chaussee swung 24 times, has 9 kills. Caroline Sheaf has been the star, 14 kills from 32 total swings. So as HBU has set their defense to deny Cunningham, Ward has been able to set Sheaf and Chaussee, along with others like Elise Smith and Ashley Lewis. They've combined for 9 more kills. That was one thing that Coach Gray asked for tonight. She said if we have 3 primary attackers tonight, I like our chances. It's been more so 2, with Sheaf and Chaussee carrying the scoring load. There's a tip. Nice little dig from Copeland to 9, another kill for Sheaf. O'Brien setting Vivens. Vivens rising. Wallace with a good dig. Cunningham from the back row, well up. Again, that was CeCe Collins for HBU. Right through the block, and another kill for Caroline Sheaf. She's tied a career high 15 kills. Came off the hand of O'Brien. Now Sheaf, 15 kills, 2 straight games. Good little touch. Kayla Davenport, her 7th kill. Now O'Brien goes to serve. O'Brien, 29 assists tonight, 9 digs, and an ace. 4th service ace of the evening. Jump serve. Chaussee, well up from O'Brien. Vivens, powerful swing. She found the back corner. Well, that's Michaela Vivens at her best. Such great leaping ability. She can hang in the air so long. Power and placement for the sophomore from San Antonio. Slide play from the Bearcats. Good tip from Elise Smith, and effective. Her 6th kill in 12 total attacks. Jacqueline Wart will serve. A neck-and-neck third set, 23-22 Cats. Soft from Ward. O'Brien. Heavy swing is long. Ritchie went for it from near the 10-foot line. Just hit it too far. Match point for Sam Houston State. Ward will serve. O'Brien. Vickens keeps her team alive. Michaela Vickens coming to life here in the third. Only 4 kills in the first 2 sets combined. She has 5 here in the third. Jump serve on match point. Chaussee with a push. It's too far. We're tied at 24. Takes a lot of confidence to try a jump serve with that kind of topspin when you're facing match point to the opposition. 24 apiece. Another jump serve. Lewis with the pass. Ward for Sheaf. Elise Smith is denied. And the Bearcats jump back in front. Now they can serve for the match. Madison Miller to serve. Cami Copeland with the last kill. And the Bearcats end it. It's a sweep for Sam Houston State. They improve to 7-1 in conference play. They've won 5 in a row. O'Brien with the set, but the swing from Ritchie was right in the net, not high enough from the sophomore. And the Bearcats with the sweep. Caroline Sheaf, Brianne Chaussee, the stars, both reach double digits. Chaussee had the kill to make it 25-24 Bearcats. Now, both of those carry the scoring load in New Orleans. They combined for 31 kills on Saturday. They combined for 25 here tonight. Here are the highlights from this 3-set victory from Sam Houston State, which hit 198 on the night. HBU hit 067. Side out percentage 61% for Sam Houston State. HBU at 49%. And Diggs a 55-49 advantage for Sam Houston State. My name is Matt Peterson saying so long from Huntsville with the final score. The Bearcats beat HBU 3-0. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.